Hi class. I just wanted to go over paper 2. This one, I give them really quickly after the last one is due, not to freak you out, just because it gives you a long time to work on them. So don't worry, it's not due anytime in the very near future. But I do want you to have plenty of time to look at it, to do little different stages of it, and then we'll build to the final paper. So for this one, it's going to be due the entire thing on March 3rd, so it gives you a few weeks to work on it. The first deadline is going to include a brainstorm and topic sentence, so similar to what you've already done on Thursday, February 17th. On Sunday, February 20th, you'll have one body paragraph due, so you can get some feedback on that. And then like last time, I'll ask you with a full draft to meet with the writing tutor or to submit your paper to NetTutor on February 24th. So again, a few weeks off or a couple weeks off. And finally, a final draft will be due on March 3rd. And again, I remind you of the MLA formatting for that. All right, so like last time, you're going to have 3 different options. This one is also the same length as the last one. It's about 750 words. Sorry, 750 pages. That would be funny. 750 words minimum, which is about 3 pages. And the other thing with this one is I'm going to ask you to use 2 texts. The last one you could do 1 text and your life. You can also do your life for this one too, but I want to see some sustained engagement with 2 texts, one of which should be from the class. And as you'll see, the topics are picked because they are related to the text that we've been reading. So option 1, answer the following question. What are the personal and/or social consequences that result when people are judged by surfaces? Each body paragraph should include a concrete example to prove your point. You should include a counter-argument paragraph, and that will be explained a little bit here, but mostly as you go through the modules in the next couple weeks. So that's another way we're going to change it a little bit, is that this one does require that you include a counter-argument. So for your argument, you can concentrate. Remember, that's a big question. What are the personal and/or social consequences when people are judged by surfaces? So you're going to have to find a way to narrow it down. You could narrow it down by just concentrating on one of these areas that we've talked about: beauty standards, race and/or ethnicity, national origin or immigration status, class status. So you can see how some of these are already related to things we've read. Beauty standards, we've talked a lot about beauty when the other dancer is the self. Race and/or ethnicity, you could talk about the circuit, or you could go back to Superman and Me. And there'll be other examples coming up. National origin or immigration status. The circuit again is about an immigrant, so you can talk about that. Or class status. Circuit works for that one too. My mother never worked. You could think about almost all of them work for that one too. So you'll use at least 2 texts. And you could use one of those, could be an outside text, or they can both be from the class. So that's option 1. Option 2, and this is related to an upcoming reading, pick a film or TV show. Make an argument about how it perpetuates stereotypes or how it offers good role models. For this paper, one of your sources will be the movie or TV show itself. You should analyze at least one particular scene to give concrete details to prove your points. Your argument should include a second source that can be a text from the class, such as the upcoming one, What Hollywood Movies Do to Perpetuate Racial Stereotypes, or outside research. You should include a counter-argument paragraph. Please use details from your sources, quotes, text that you analyze closely, quotes from the text that you analyze closely, analysis of particular scenes and dialogue from the movie. So when you're using the film as a source, you want to remember that you're still, just like when you're picking an example from your life, you really want to bring it alive and have a lot of detail. So you don't want to just say, in the character, what their name is, and then just don't say any details about them, but give them as an example. You might focus in on closely reading a scene or on a theme that goes throughout the film to really show that you understand how it works in the whole movie. So that, for those of you who are interested in film and TV, it could be a real fun assignment for you. Option 3, answer the following. Do you think that unwaged work like childcare and housework are undervalued? If so, why? If not, why not? And again, each body paragraph should include a concrete example. You should include a counter argument. And it's recommended that you reference My Mother Never Worked. That one's very close to that topic. And you could do another one that's an outside source, or if you can find some information in some of the ones that we have read, that's fine too. So like the last one, I do want you to have a title, an introduction with a hook, transition, and thesis. I'm not going to go over every detail because we've talked about it, but in the assignment, I remind you of what I'm looking for in the introduction, in the thesis statement, the parts of the body paragraph, and then the counter argument and rebuttal. There's going to be a separate assignment and handout for that. And then conclusion, as we've reviewed this week. And I remind you again how to do the works cited page. Like for the last time, I am going to ask for a topic sentence outline next week. So I give you an example that I've written for option 1. So here's just reminding you that what the topic sentence outline is just, and I'd like to see them broken up like this, not in one big paragraph. The thesis statement, and then what the first sentence or topic sentence of each of the body paragraphs is going to be. So my example is, the thesis could be when people are judged by beauty standards, race, or ethnicity during their youth, they experience self-doubt that leads to academic challenges. So that one, instead of choosing just one of the options of what kind of surfaces, I choose 2, but I limit it still by creating, not just saying that they experience, self-doubt or whatever, but that leads specifically to academic challenges. So I have a kind of focused argument, and that's what you want to look for. And then examples of topic sentences. The narrator of Beauty When the Other Dancer Itself has internalized beauty standards which make her hate her scarred eye. This leads to poor social and academic development. Many of the Native American students that Sherman Alexie encountered felt judged by their race, and this led them to give up in school before they even tried. I have seen students who were bullied in my own school miss many classes, which affected their grades. And on the other hand, this is the topics, the counter argument. On the other hand, the challenges these students faced may have made them stronger, as it did with Sherman Alexie, for whom reading was a way to save his life. And then the final conclusion. Overall judgment of others by their appearance is cruel and leads to lack of self-confidence, but there is still hope that this can strengthen character. So that's an example of what I'm looking for when you're designing your topic sentence outline. Again, I give you the main goals: developing a clear argument, creating topic sentences for each body paragraph, choosing specific examples from the chosen essay, creating developed paragraphs, introductory paragraph with hook, bridge, thesis, creating a counterpoint, and a conclusion. So all the goals are pretty much the same, except for this counter argument is new. And just in case it's useful, this is not going to be something you are required to do or that you have to turn in, but I did give you an example of how you can outline a paper if that's something that you find useful for yourself. And I also give you suggestions on things to look at as you revise. So I have a lot of information on this assignment. Use it as a resource, and let me know if you have any questions. On Friday, I'll try to touch on this again if you can come to the extra credit session. And good luck. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.